Finding positivity right there. Sounds very encouraged. What are you seeing along those lines?
Well, earlier in the show, we showed some of the positive things, some of the things that I see tremendous ability to have success with, things that he can duplicate and really sustain. But there's still some things that he's doing that don't make any sense to me right now. And when you're talking about a guy who's trying to find his mechanics while competing at the major league level, things like this, where you have a guy out 2-0 count and you're trying to throw this, or he gets behind right here, there's a changeup off the plate, then he goes slider away. You see how he's missing almost by a plate and a half on both sides. Now it's a 2-0 pitch and he's trying to throw this two-seamer sinker. The idea is to throw this ball so he hits the top of it and rolls it over. Knowing that, he's throwing it at 97 miles an hour. Back off on it a little bit, throw it at 93, get it to sink down, get it to move down. If you miss your location, it's hitting to the ground. You miss your location with that one, it's out of the ballpark. Now he's got the pitcher up with a man on second base, first base is open. Look at all the different signs he's getting right here in a 3-2 pitch to the pitcher. He shakes off all the way to get to a 3-2 backdoor slider to the pitcher. I don't understand why you're wasting your time to the pitcher, a guy who doesn't handle the bat very well, going to a backdoor slider in that situation. He likes to use his backdoor slider, and he's trying to use it more and more. It hasn't been very effective for him. That's a pitch to me that I would scrap and concentrate on throwing my good slider down and in and get those swings and misses over the top.
All right, so I'm going to go to the dreaded M word, and we talk about this a lot, mechanics, and the fact, and we've heard about the ball at its apex in his hand and the differentiation now as opposed to when he was at his best. Take us through that.
We've heard again how he's fixed his mechanics now, and what he's been talking about is about being 6 inches higher back in the previous days, in his glory days of where he felt the best. So when he's talking about being 6 inches higher, to me there's things that you have to understand. It is not a difference of being 6 inches higher from here going straight up. It's not that height that he wants. What he's been doing is he's been going 6 inches away from his head. So this is the difference of the 6 inches. Getting back on track and not releasing the ball on the side of it. And that's what causes that ball to float back and come back over the plate. It doesn't stay as true as a four-seam rotation where the fingers are over the ball and getting that backspin straight at the catcher's mitt. That's what's happening with his fastballs. It's running back over the middle of the plate. It's not running enough when he wants it to. He's just in between on his release point. My biggest thing is there's a window right out in front of you, just a window that you have to execute no matter what the timing is of everything back here. When you get out here to execute this pitch, this is where I'm more concerned about is the release point and your ability to get through that little window with all your pitches on time. And that's what we're not seeing out of him is that consistency of being on time. Once that foot lands, nothing else matters. I don't care where your arm started. I don't care what you did behind the baseball. When it comes out through here, those fingers have to be on top of the baseball, behind the baseball. Every single pitch is executed with a fastball arm, a fastball mentality. The grips are the difference between the pitches. He has to realize that when he's trying to throw a sinker and make it two-seam action and let it have some life down and away, you're driving that ball down as late as you can out that window right in front of you to get that kind of action. That's the biggest difference, is not being able to feel the ball out here and get it out in front just a click more.